This is the second episode of my movie. This is like they both die and then they come back alive and stuff. So yeah, it's quite sad. This is the happy part. Hi! We're both caterpillars. They're both caterpillars. So they're just woken up, and they brought this car in the last video, and they want to go to this place called Moscow Villa.
Lydia?
Yeah?
Will you please try those on for me, honey?
Right, adult pets.
Pause the DVD, darling.
No, I won't.
B?
Yeah, they're perfect for me.
Try them on properly, please. B? Could you come upstairs?
I don't want to. It's going to take forever to put that on and put it back on. So, these two just got married. So, yeah. Where are you? They've just got married. And there was a fire. They saw that the rooftop was on fire. My water element. And she grabbed her water element. She pressed it into her chest and she turned into a water leopard. And his chest, and then the shot water. And then she by mistake made so much water that he drowned and died. I have to die now. Now they both died. Then they're drifting up to heaven. But then their love brought them back down to earth. And then they slapped down to the earth and they were back alive. The house roof was back, but the house was flooded. And then she used her powers. And then it all went. And then for the first time in forever, they said, "Well done. You saved my house. Well done. Thank you so much for saving my house." And for the first time, they bent close to each other. A half heart came out of his head, and a half heart came out of her head. They connected together in a big explosion of hearts. And then, for the final finale, they bent their heads together, and then, for the first time, they kissed. For 10 minutes. For 1,000 million zillion trillion hours. Then, when it was over, it was dawn. And then he heard this really weird growling sound. It was a zombie. And the zombie pigment. All the zombies in Minecraft. All the zombies in Minecraft have come back. What should we do? Get out your fire element! Get out your fire element! No way! Because that would burn our house down. And it'll be your fault. Your fault. This is not how a husband and wife acts. And then she got so angry that she snatched the fire element from his sack. Hey! Then she grew red hot, and she pressed it into her chest. Then she came into a fire leopard, and then she used her amulet and put the fire leopard thing on her amulet. Then her amulet went red, and then she rose into the air. with the amulet. And then her hair had fire, and she was red and black. Her skin was black, and her eyes were red, and her nose was red. And she said, well, there can only be one wife that is in love with their only husband, and that person will be me. And then she made a whole entire world black. Well, then she whooshed away in black smoke. And she dropped the element onto the ground and smashed into a million pieces. And then she smashed it back in. Then Zigzag smashed it back in. She's evil. I had to burn her down. Now then, for some reason his eyes went white. Then he lifted up into the air. And he grew funky mane. And he grew a long shiny tail. And his teeth grew really, really much. And he realized and his mane was black. And his skin was the same colour as Scar's. And he was Scar the Lioness, who bit Simba's neck. And then he put his foot on top, and he roared, really roared. And then she's like, just a silly one got to defeat me? Oh yeah, watch this. Then he turned into a fire lion. And his hair grew all funky all over the place. Like Simba's funky mane. And his teeth grew really sharp. Pushed his thing into his head. And he turned into a line fire weapon. Seriously? Fire can't get me, because I'm invisible.